이 정신 건강을 위해서는 규칙적인 생활이 되게 중요해요. 제일 중요한 건 sleeping and eating.
This whole routine thing is something that my woman and my friends actually told me many times before in the past, but I never took it seriously until my psychiatrist told me so. So I take my medication on time now, I wake up usually around the same time, I exercise, I'm now eating properly, you can say. I started uploading 3 times a week frequently on my YouTube channel, and I'm really proud to admit that I'm actually sticking to the promises that I made, and I'm not breaking my routines. And the unexpected thing happened. I actually fell in love with them, and I'm happy to have them in my life. I was helping somebody out a few days ago, and as the time went by, I started to get this pain in my chest and this anxiety, and the only thought I had in my head was, I have to get home as soon as possible and I need to start my work, because part of my routine has been to work every single day. The second I finished helping this person out, I immediately ran to the bus stop, and the second that I sat down on the bus, I felt a huge relief go throughout my body, because I knew that I was heading in the direction of my house where my laptop was, so I can start editing and working on my new video. And as I sat there looking out the window or watching some random YouTube video, I started to question my feeling, and I realized that I had to dig really, really deep and really far back of why this just happened. I've always been an extremely rebellious person ever since I was a little kid. And the funny thing is, I actually ended up joining the United States military, and that's a huge contradiction because I never liked taking orders. But I had two big reasons. One was because I wanted to serve my country, and two is because I felt like I was lacking a lot of important life lessons on my journey of becoming a man. And I thought that this was the perfect place to learn. Now, I did learn a lot of things from the military, but due to my rebellious nature, it made me very close minded and blind to some of the most important things I should have learned, which is responsibility and consistency. After I got out of the military, I ended up living with my mother, and I ended up actually passing all of my responsibilities upon her. To be honest, it's because it was easy and comfortable. All I had to do was go to work, go home, watch TV, eat some food, repeat the cycle again. At a certain point, it started to bother me, but I never actually tried to fix it. I only thought about it. And I thought that whenever I would come to Korea, that's when I would have a fresh start and I could change myself, a new me. But I did the exact same thing, and I passed on my responsibilities onto Sola. And to be honest, it's quite embarrassing because as a man in his mid 20s, I should already have this sense of responsibility, but I didn't. I think one of the best examples that I have of passing on my responsibility is, some of you may know my really good friend, best friend, Mickey. We had a project together for Neighbor Trip Plus, and it was called the Grizzly Bear Channel. We were sponsored and paid to go to Jeju Island, and we were supposed to make 2 videos together. And I remember at a certain point, he got a little bit frustrated with me, and I didn't understand why at the time.
Like for the traveling wise, like I agree, but what I'm a little worried is because we have to know the topic before we get there. Like cliff jumping was a great topic, so we looked at that.
Look, if we can't jump, we can't jump. That doesn't upset me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
I know that doesn't upset you, but my point is that to make a video, we should be knowing what we're gonna film.
The embarrassing part is it took me so long to understand that I just passed all of my responsibilities onto him. Literally all of them. And I had the mindset like, yeah, I'm just here to have fun and make videos. And that's so wrong. I should not have done that. And I feel guilty because, you know, he had to have all of the responsibilities. Maybe it would have been better if I'd told him, like, hey, Mickey, can you take on the responsibility? But no, I had this, like, really shitty attitude about it. Yeah, it's just, I feel so stupid for not only doing that, but also for the fact that it took me so long to realize this point. Since I was so responsible, I became extremely inconsistent with everything that I was doing in my life. For example, when somebody would text me, sometimes I wouldn't text back for days. I would oversleep constantly. I would never wake up early. For my YouTube channel, I was extremely inconsistent. I was almost always late to everywhere I go. And whenever I'd be late, I started lying to people. Instead of being honest and saying, sorry, I overslept, I'm going to be late, I would make up some kind of random excuse of why I was late. And I started to lie more and more and more and more. I just really, really started to hate myself for becoming this kind of person, because it's somebody that I never wanted to be, but I was. And it took me a long time to really accept the fact and realize that this is who I am. You know, I think social media is definitely the perfect tool to create a character that maybe you truly want to become. Or, if you're a really shitty person, it's really easy to hide these things and only show the good parts. And to be honest, I think I'm guilty of both. I'm not perfect, and that's why I wanted to make this video today. I didn't feel like I was honest about who I was with my audience, and it was a burden to me. I want to show my real side, because my good side is just as real as my bad side too. From the beginning of the video, if you remember, I said I felt this really bad anxiety that I needed to run home and start working. I was afraid that if I didn't run home that day, I was gonna go back to the same way that I was before, and that is somebody I don't want to be anymore. And that's what I learned. And I'm happy I got to share my ugly side with you today. So, I hope that makes sense, by the way. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Till next time. Bye.